Hey, welcome to this week's What If. Yeah, I'm a little late. I apologize. It'll happen. It happens sometimes. I'm only human. So from Brandon Littman, he asked kind of a two-part What If, and not in the sense that this will be theoretically a two-part video. It's just it's to the same circumstance but with two different characters. So he asked, what if Goku had been adopted by the Kents, Clark Kent's parents, Superman, all that stuff, and vice versa? What if Clark Kent had actually been adopted by Grandpa Gohan? So we're starting out with the Goku in the Kent's set of one. And first off, to understand what if, we have to pretty much determine in what context is Goku being adopted. Is it by the Kents in the DBZ universe? Is it by the Kents in the DC universe, and so forth and so on? So the way I determine this is basically it is going to be them, and this is going to pretty much be the same thing for Superman when we get to him. It's going to pretty much be the character, in this case Goku, being adopted by the Kents in the DC universe. The only difference is Saiyans pretty much exist in the DC universe as they are. So that's basically how this is going to be playing out. So Goku, basically, it's going to happen the same way it happened in Smallville, pretty much. Or in Smallville. In the DC comic, the Saiyan pod comes down in Kansas, and they find him. And let's just say, for the sake of easy management for Goku's character, that... I'm sorry, I'm just remembering something from a movie that's currently on. That... I'm just thinking like a snake right now. That Goku hit his head while in the pod. Let's say that happens, and his personality is automatically corrected a bit. So yeah, so they find him. It's a baby with a tail. Oh my God, he's an alien and something like that. So it's gonna kind of be one of those things where he immediately realize, oh my God, he's an alien. But they take the pod and they pick up all that and take it to the house, and they raise Goku the way they raise him. Now, that being said, for the sake of sakes, he's not going to be Clark Kent in this. He'll be Goku Kent. Well, he'll be Kent Goku, as the Japanese say. He'd be Son Goku. In this case, he'd be Goku Kent. So he will be Goku in this in terms of name. Now, in terms of power and growth, I do believe there will be a point where he still goes great ape. Yeah, but it won't be until later on in his life. Also, his short stature, I do believe was attributed to the fact that despite the fact he still ate well, he didn't have the most balanced of diets. So it was, I believe, Balmain brother was like, you know what, the reason your growth is you're so short is because, you haven't been eating certain foods and you've been out on your own. So I do believe Goku would probably be average height for someone his age. Because even at age 14 to 15 to 16, he really was short. So I do believe he'd probably still be, relatively in the average range for someone of height for someone his age. Now, in terms of his intelligence, he would certainly be smarter than the Goku we have in canon. He would be a bit more book smart, have a bit more more understanding of social norms, because he's actually raised in a society for a change. So I'd imagine he would still have the battle lust. He'd have the urge for battle and just the overall genuine nice personality and ability to just kind of win people over that Goku does. But I think, wouldn't say he'd be as intelligent as Gohan, but because Chi-Chi was just drilling Gohan since he was a kid. But he'd be somewhere between Gohan. I'd say he'd be like Vegeta level intelligence. Not a genius, but certainly an intelligent individual. So we cut forward to when he goes grade 8 for the first time. That would probably be age 10 to 12. Because as an older kid, he'd probably be able to be staying up older. When he sees a full moon for the first time, he transforms. But to save the Kent farm, he goes outside and transforms. Like, Goku, what's wrong? And then all of a sudden they see him transform the Gray Ape, and he's wreaking havoc. But I think, and this is just my speculation, it's going to be something akin to what happened with GT when he goes Super Saiyan Golden Ozaru, and and he sees Pan, and he sees Grandpa Gohan or Grandpa Gohan sees Kent, Martha, and I can't remember his Pa Kent basically. And he sees him, and he's calming himself down because he's seeing these individuals. He's seeing his mother maybe crying up, his father just holding his mother there, and he just kind of, and then just sees the tear and just slightly able to calm down. Now, I am going to do a what if at one point if Kid Goku did go Super Saiyan 4. But we're not going to go with that route for right now. We're not going to go that route. However, I think this does lay the groundworks for Super Saiyan 4 Goku in this universe. But it does calm Goku down, and he's able to somehow revert his power back. He's able to revert back to his form, and he calms down. Just, Dad, it's okay, son. It's okay. It's okay. And maybe the barn got completely destroyed by Goku. The house still was able to remain, but the barn was saved. Or the house was saved, the barn was destroyed. So Goku, and they explain Goku's heritage, because at this point, Goku probably has always wondered why he has a tail. He's never seen another guy naked or anything like that, or anyone else naked. So he's wondering, it's like, you're an alien, son. It's like, can I just be up? And that's it. You are my son. But I have to imagine you were sitting here for a reason, Goku. And the reason was your planet was destroyed. 1 second. But let's say it was destroyed more like by Darkseid or the Annihilator or something like that, not by Frieza. So he grows up. He's going to grow up throughout these years. He's going to be improving. He's going to be finding out about his actual physical strength and stuff like that. Now, it's not going to be anything like Superman, who, can just fly unabated, all that stuff. It's going to be, he's going to learn about he's going to learn ki control. He's going to learn, keep in shape, continue training. I'd imagine at this point in his life, like just coming out of high school, he's going to be somewhere on par with Grant. He hasn't been training at all with Master. He's been training in his off time, but constantly training when he's got his day off because it's just in his Saiyan heritage to do so. So I imagine we're looking at somewhere between end of Dragon Ball Goku and beginning of DBZ Goku. So let's just say his full, if we were to use power level, just to suggest it would be around 300. He'd be stronger, I think, than DBZ Goku or Dragon Ball Goku, but not as strong as, say, Dragon Ball Z Goku. Now, I think he's also been practicing his ki blasts, like Energy Blast, Kamehameha. And for the sake, let's say that Goku does know the Kamehameha, just something he comes up with, and uses the solar flare technique. He's able to figure out something like that. It's Star Trek Into Darkness, which I do like. I have problems at the end, but like a lot of people do. But so Goku's strong, absolutely. He's strong. I'd say between pushing himself beyond his limits and all that stuff. He would be stronger than his canon Dragon Ball counterpart, but still not be up to DBZ level by any stretch of the means. But when time high school gets over with, now he's going to go to college for his family. But in the meantime, he's also going to go out and I think he learns flight at this point later in life, and he's going out when he has the chance to go around, meet individuals, train, get stronger, all that. So after college is done, I'm gonna be nice, and this is pushing it, baby, and say we're gonna go with base Goku with Vegeta Saga, as he's going fighting individuals, and probably getting his ass kicked a lot too, because there's a lot of strong metahumans in the DC universe. So he'd be getting a lot of big Zenkai boosts too, as well as training with some of the stronger individuals in the DC universe. Excuse me. So let's just say base Saiyan Saga Goku. So after college he goes around the world like Clark did. And he's going around and fighting individuals, getting stronger, getting his ass kicked, and getting stronger, so forth and so on. And it's many years between this too. Let's be clear about that, because if we're going by the assumption that he doesn't really become Superman until, or doesn't really do something until, basically, if we're going by when Clark came on the scene as Superman, which is around his early 30s, then we have to do the same for Goku. So Goku's spending the next decade or so traveling the world, fighting individuals, growing stronger. Now, in this time, I fully believe he does unlock his Super Saiyan form, and even ascended Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2 form. So, by the time he's going to get to Paradise Island, yes, we're going that route, folks, he's going to have Super Saiyan 2 under his belt, I believe. Not Super Saiyan 3, though. Let's say it's been about 7 of the 10 years, and he's at Super Saiyan 3. Now, we'll go a little lower. About 5 of the 10 years. He's hit Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. Now, he's also getting the ability to sense energy at this point, so he's traveling, just looking to meet people, meet cultures, train, fight, go stronger. And because he can sense energy, he senses the barrier of Themyscira. He senses the magical energies that come off of Themyscira, Paradise Island. So he just goes, hey, I'm going to fly there, go there. Now, wardrobe-wise, take your pick of what his wardrobe looks like. Maybe he's got a black muscle shirt, maybe he's got or a wife beater or something. Let's give Goku a black wife beater, kind of like what Vegeta wore in. It wasn't really a wife beater, but it was like it was a tank top more or less, kind of like what Vegeta wore in the Buu arc, but black just because it looks better on Goku, I'd imagine. And white, and maybe orange pants with his little gi sash. Plus, he's got maybe like a cloak on for flying and stuff like that. So he reaches Themyscira, and he doesn't see anyone around, so he's just kind of wandering. Then he walks into pretty much the Paradise Island, the city, and just, hey everyone, it's like, hi everyone, I'm Goku. And all the women were just, she's like, whoa. It's like, man, there's a man on the island. It's like, hi, I'm just been traveling the world, looking to training, fighting, and all that stuff. So, and then he does like, you don't have a Euro Cup. Says, no, wait, no, I'm not. And then they just start firing. They're threatening us, like, get off this island. I was like, well, I mean, sorry if I'm interrupting anything. I mean, I could always come back another time. I'm just here. I sensed a lot of that power coming off here, and Goku's just being his innocent, less naive self, mind you, but still innocent, not realizing he's doing anything wrong self. And to be clear, I don't think most guys would realize, going on Themyscira, they'd be doing anything wrong by stepping on the island. And they realize, this is an island of women and blah, 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 blah. And so Warrior's like, oh, Warrior's cool. Cool. It's like, want to spar? But look, I need a good fight. I've been training really hard, and maybe, I've been training really hard, so maybe I want to test out my ability. And it's like, want to test it out? Fine. And then maybe, like, Artemis comes in and goes for a hit, goes for an attack, and Goku's like, whoa! Now, in terms of base Goku versus normal Amazons are definitely well above normal human standards, but none of them really do seem to be on Wonder Woman. I mean, there are individuals who have taken the mantle of Wonder Woman before, but none of them do seem to be theoretically on, like, Wonder Woman is theoretically Superman tier individual. None of the other Amazons are anywhere near that strength level. I mean, they could give Superman a good fight, but they don't seem to be that power level. So, in terms of base Goku would definitely have a hard time with a horde. He could probably take an Amazon on one-on-one, no problem, just because of his overall skill as a warrior. But when it comes to multiple, he'd definitely be on par. So he's, whoa, and he gets flung into a wall. Maybe goes through the stone wall. It's like, whoa! It's like, you guys hit hard. It's like, and then just, he's again being accosted by multiple. It's like, here goes Super Saiyan, and then they get blown back by the energy wave. That's a 50 times multiplier. So now he's able to pretty much hold his own against all these Amazons, and he's still getting a good fight. He's like, and it's a pretty solid fight. They're pretty even, but Goku can pretty much manage to stave off the drove. Then Diana shows up. Now, Diana, at this point, I think, is not banished from the island or anything along those lines. I think she's fully capable of being on the island, so she'd be on the islands. Wonder Woman, the champion of the Amazons, comes in and just, whoa, and Goku can immediately sense, like, oh, she's definitely a different, she's definitely on another level than the rest of these women. So now he's squaring off Super Saiyan. And just, well, it's like, Wonder Woman asks what he's doing here. He explains and blah, 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 blah. It's like, if I beat you in battle, promise me that you will leave this island upon your own. Hey, I'll leave. I'd leave you if I won the fight. You know, I mean, I'm not here to like try to take over anything or anything. I've just been going around. And he again explains stuff. But Wonder Woman being a bit more, I mean, Wonder Woman can be hot-headed at points. Let's admit that. But she's also a bit more analytical and a bit more of a peacekeeper than the other Amazons are. So I think she would actually say, like, you want to fight? I'll give you a fight. And they'll go out. Now, Super Saiyan Goku, let's be clear, Super Saiyan Goku couldn't beat fucking Goku. Obviously, couldn't beat Superman. Sorry, DC. Sorry, Death Battle fans. He didn't win that fight. But so I don't think Super Saiyan Goku could beat Wonder Woman. Grant, in terms of true combat ability, and I'm just going to close the door because the puppy came back in. In terms of true combat ability, I think they're probably on par with Goku maybe having a slight edge, given the actual fighting style of Goku versus this fighting style of Wonder Woman. I think in terms of actual hand-to-hand martial arts ability, I would give the edge to Goku. And maybe he'd be a bit faster in terms of the actual punches, but Wonder Woman I think just has more durability and strength over him, and still a formidable warrior to the point where when I say he has an edge, I'd say like if you're talking about percentile, he's got maybe like a 5% edge over her, maybe. And even then, it's debatable if he really has an edge or not. Plus, he doesn't use weapons either, so they're fighting. And Goku's able to get hits in, absolutely, but Diana's just, wailing at him when she actually hits him. So he goes Ascended Saiyan, he goes Super Saiyan 2, throws back. So now they're at least on a bit more of an even playing field, but Goku still is on the losing side, and Goku acknowledges this. So he goes for one, but he also can realize that she's so strong that he probably wouldn't be able to kill her. So he just goes Kamehameha, and then technique he picked up, some form of teleportation through magic or whatever. So a form of instant transmission, I guess. Then she point blanks. Now Wonder Woman is blown back. Let's not mince words. Wonder Woman's blown back by about. She's not killed. She's a little worse for wear. Well, that's all I had. Guess you win. And the Wonder Woman's just, what? That's it. It's like, yep, I can't beat you. It's like, this has been a great fight that really shows me what I need to improve on in my form. So yeah, it's just everyone, even all the Amazons that he was fighting, and everyone just, what? You just came here. Fine, it's like, yep, and I give up. You win. Great fight. And everyone is like, why? It's like, yeah, hey, no, I acknowledge and Goku's just like, I acknowledge my weaknesses and stuff like that. And everyone's now just kind of, again, flabbergasted by this. Hey, I was like, hey, it would be cool for me to train here. I mean, if it's not, it's totally understandable. I know I seem to have kind of made a bit of a mess of things a little bit, but if I could train here, that'd be great. I mean, and despite most of the Amazons, most of the Amazons would be like, no, you can't train here, no. But Diana, and I think a couple other women would be like, who is this guy? What is this guy's deal? So it's like, you know what? Let's let him train here for a while, because I want to know more about this guy. So Goku will train with Themyscira for a good time being. And through that, the Amazons will come to respect him as a warrior, as a good individual, good pure-hearted individual too. And I do think there would be a relationship kind of forming between him and Diana. I think that would be a very likely scenario. So, cut to when he comes back to the house, back to Kansas, back to the Kents, and it's like, hey, Pa. And it's like, Goku, you're back. It's like, yep. So I don't think Goku would be a reporter. I think Goku would just, because Goku never had any interest in being anything other than just a simple life. He's a farmer when he's not training. Now, I think he'd do that too, but taking his knowledge of other things he's learned traveling the world, plus college, I think he'd help make the farm, even improve the farm, maybe some new product to plant and grow, maybe some new methods of agriculture, things along those lines. So, cut to, and we're going to end this off at when the Justice League's pretty much formed. Because there's so many different, there's been a lot of different interpretations of how the Justice League's been formed, different histories, DC, pre-crisis, post-crisis, New 52. we're going with the New 52 route. So, New 52 route starts off, and nothing's really going to change for Goku very much. We're not going to get, we're not going to have anything change until Goku senses the energy of the boombox being opened by Green Lantern and Batman, and he senses the parademons coming out. It's like, Mom, I gotta go, and then he just does an instant transmission. Again, we're assuming he's learned some sort of ability of teleportation, like, because there's a lot of magic users in DCU. So he goes there, shows up in a fight with the parademons, and Batman and Green Lantern's like, huh? And then even the parademons like, huh? And then they just attack Goku, like, whoa! And then Goku just lays the smackdown on some parademons, and there's like, who is this guy? It's like, I've heard rumors of this guy, but I haven't had anything concrete, because unlike Superman, who's been out in the public for God knows how long, Goku's just laid low. He occasionally will go out and fight a bad guy, but he just lays low enough to, probably, I would imagine, actually fall under the radar for Batman. Though he's probably heard stories of this individual. So he comes in, and so Goku's strong enough at this point to pretty much lay the smackdown on a bunch of parademons, no problem, in base form. So then the Flash shows up and everything like that. Wonder Woman shows up. Goku goes saves the plane like Superman did. Wonder Woman shows like, Diana! It's like, oh, Goku! And then goes and lands the plane down. And just as, say, like, Shazam is about to flirt with Diana, Diana comes in and just lays a big wet one on Goku. And Goku's a little surprised, but he's like, oh, So he's like, oh, yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, we kind of, I missed you, Goku. Where have you been? It's like, oh, I've been training. Sorry I haven't been in touch recently, but, we've been so busy on the farm. It's like, oh, it's all right. We'll have to catch up later. And she maybe whispers something a little, not perverse, just a little implying Goku's ear, and Goku's like maybe blushes something, going, oh. But then the portal opens up and Darkseid comes out. Now, the Parademons are coming through again, and they're all trying to take out the Parademons, and everything's happening. And they tried to take Superman in the New 52 fight, in Justice League War, New 52, to maybe try to make an army based off him. But in Goku's case, I don't think Goku's a lot more, because he's a Saiyan, he's immediately an instinctual warrior, and therefore wouldn't be taken off guard as easy. So when Darkseid comes up, and everyone's trying to fight Darkseid and failing, Goku, after fending off the individuals trying to take him, immediately goes Super Saiyan, comes in, and just lays a quick smack on Darkseid's face. But let's be clear, even Super Saiyan Goku today probably couldn't hurt Darkseid very much at Super Saiyan level. So Darkseid just like, oh crap, gets blasted by the Omega Beam, but it doesn't vaporize him, it just hurts a lot. He gets up and he realizes he can just sense how much energy is going off of Darkseid. So he immediately starts powering up, goes to Ascended Saiyan, and then goes beyond Ascended Saiyan. His training at Themyscira really helped as he goes to Super Saiyan 3, and then throws another crack at Darkseid, which does reel Darkseid back a bit. That he's got enough power, I think, at this point to definitely give Darkseid a decent little spar, but still nothing that could really hurt Darkseid. And Goku, again, consensus, also knowing that Super Saiyan 3 is going to drain his stamina really quick, he decides to forgo it and just go full out. Now, remember when I said that going Ozaru, but taming it back GT style, was a precursor to Super Saiyan 4? Well, in this scenario, I do believe, because Goku still has his tail, he goes Super Saiyan 4. Now, Super Saiyan 4, again, Goku couldn't beat Superman, but Superman has literally limitless levels of strength, theoretically, so that's not a fair comparison to make. Darkseid technically isn't limitless, but he has no defined limit to date. That said, Super Saiyan 4 Goku definitely lays the smackdown on Darkseid a bit stronger. Again, can't beat Darkseid, definitely not on his own. But he's able to definitely fight on par strong, because, again, there's no true defined multiplier for Super Saiyan 4, but it is believed that it is times 10 on Super Saiyan 4, or Super Saiyan 3. So we're going with that basis. So now him and Darkseid are duking it out. And he's, it's like, I could really use some help right now. Then Diana comes, takes out one of Darkseid's eyes. Flash comes, takes out the other eye. So the Omega Beams are taken care of. And then they basically go to do the same route, do the same thing, sending Darkseid back. He's being forced through the portal. And Goku had a final last-ditch effort from Goku. Double energy Kamehameha, which I loved. And just blows Darkseid back into his portal back to Apocalypse. So that's where we're going to end this off, because I could go on and on about different scenarios that happened, like if Brainiac showed up, or if Mr. Mixoplex showed up, or, a whole bunch of scenarios. The Lantern Corps show up. But we're not, in fact, that's a good question. What would what Lantern Corps do you think Goku would end up being in? I do think he'd be a Blue Lantern, just because he seems to represent hope very well. He's also that, or he'd either be a Green or a Blue Lantern. I feel he wouldn't have enough rage. All Lanterns have rage, but he wouldn't have the rage to be a Red Lantern. Though I think that's not an impossibility. He wouldn't be a Black Lantern, though he's died several times. Definitely wouldn't be a Sapphire. He wouldn't be Orange. And I'm missing. He wouldn't. He could theoretically. There's actually, when you think about it, Goku has the qualifications to be quite a few different Lantern colors. But I digress. So we're going to leave it like that. So Justice League is formed and all that, except it's Goku and not Superman. So that's going to be the what if for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas or would win, Star Wars, superhero, what if, magic. Anything I do on the channel, put in the comments below as well. I'll get to it at some point. I'll be back later today with box office, but until then,